Lps.Dreams. I am actually in my Armani form. Let me set up for this scene that I am going to do a review about. And I think you can tell with this hint. You see that? Okay, let me set up and we'll get started. Alright, so yes. The video that I am talking to you about today is Soulbound! And I'm going to give you all a case of what I think and don't particularly totally quote me on this, but I think, in my opinion, Soulbound is going to be the future of LPS Tube. And I'll get to that in a little bit, but first, this is a review of her series. Now, if you haven't checked the middle part out, I suggest you do that because you just gotta. You just gotta. Anyways, so onto the series. But first, I gotta let this girl know. Like, HelloStudios made this. She made this for a lot of years. I don't even know how many years she made this, but she's made this. And I proudly commend her for all of the effort that she has taken, like, to make this series the best it could be. So, without her, I don't think I would be making this YouTube video. Like, literally. This is amazing. And she's a really sweet person. So, yeah. Go follow her on Instagram, Discord, YouTube, everything. Yeah, just go check her out. Anyways, onto the story. So, the backstory is basically there's these 4 elements. Water, earth, fire, air. You get the gist of it. And suddenly, the water spirit is gone. What is happening? What's happening? And we cut to the mom. So her mom, she's like trying to protect her daughter, right? From this creepy green monster. Which I won't tell why he's made by this, because, that would be spoiler territory. He is like creepy. And supposedly her mom dies to protect the young innocent girl. And the girl runs away. Well, before the mom gets supposedly eaten by the monster. And then we fast forward to when she's a teen or whatever. And then there is her father. Having being the person, like, she's the person that they need to have for the tribal thing because water stuff. And basically, she has to do what she needs to do to fulfill her destiny. She has to fulfill, like, she basically has to do the ceremony in order to help her village to be water fulfilled. Do the well stuff, keep the well, She's late, and her father's like, okay, that's it. Literally, I wish you were never my daughter, because
you are acting like an idiot. You have not even, treated this as serious.
But, she reads books all the time, Dad. What do you think she is? A crazy person? She does something productive at least. But you don't. Anyways. Well, the next day, she wants to prove herself worthy. And so, she goes by the well. And wouldn't you know it, there's been a dry spell happening. And there has been a decrease in water. Because the water spirits. And the well is empty. One of the people in the place area is a guy, right? And he is going to do some water stuff. But he has some stuff sneaking on his sleeve. I don't know why, but he seems menacing. She's not banished from the place. Okay, I just realized that she's not banished from the place. But she is, however, no longer the chief. And so he replaces her with that guy that I just talked to you about. Well, and she's like, oh, he's a traitor. I must run away to get some water at least for my family. So she goes on a quest. She runs away that night, and she goes on a quest to the dangerous forest, which her mother warned her that that's where all the creatures were before the, pets. Yeah, they were creepy creatures They roamed around the place, and they were definitely not your walk in the park. So, she goes over there, like, okay, I must find the water spirit to save my thing, or whatever, my village. And she runs around trying to find her, and well, suddenly, a green monster, he comes around again. But this time, she runs away to a tavern, unsuspectedly, and then she meets Optic, the emo boy, tough nut, with wings. It was so fun. Okay. So, she goes in the tavern, and basically, she has a compass, and with that compass is helping her find the water. Well, he has a map. I don't know. So, they both have two tools that will help them find this water spirit. But here's the catch: the guy, Optic, he doesn't want to find the water spirit. Why? Because he thinks it's a mistake. It's going to be a bad thing. Might as well just run away from it. But you know what he's really trying to do. He's really like, I'm gonna steal this compass. It will help me. And when she's gone, it'll help me. Yeah, and I won't spoil anything yet. I'll give you a spoiler warning. Because, you know, it's just that good of a series you need to watch. And then they have a campfire. And it's a really cool too. Nice. Well, actually, they sleep in a random part of the forest because they were running from crazy people from the tavern. And they talk about the compass and the map. And yes, I was right. I checked the video again. Sorry, I forget easily. Sad person alert. Ha ha ha. What's wrong with you? Anyways, and they go to this witch place, right? And so the witch is like, ooh, how may I help you? And they're like, oh, yes, please help us. We need to find the water place. And they're like, okay, let me see. But really, it's a trap, and she tries to poison her. But then they fight, and then they stop her, and the place explodes. Yeah, they had a campfire and talked about the compass. Then they saw a monster. But it's not really a bad monster, it's actually a moon monster. But Optic's like, nah, this creature is scary. And she's like, nah, it's pretty cute. And this monster is a sweet and kind monster, and it helps them teleport. And wouldn't you know it, it teleported them to a nearby cave. And guess what was by that cave? Rubies and gemstones. And those rubies and gemstones, Optic was like, nah, these aren't good. We're gonna die here by some big dragon. Like, the dragon's gonna kill us. And Vi's like, nah, I'm gonna look for some stuff. And eventually, while she's traveling in the cave, she finds the water orb. And suddenly, rain pours down from ski, and boom! It's Rain on Rain City! Rain on Rain City! They they get rain, the rain's back, but then suddenly they get captured. They get captured for 2 people. And, well, just so happens to be a Great Dane, and there's this cool blind cat. And she doesn't know that they are good people. So she thinks that they're just traitors. And she's like, no, we cannot let you have the orb. And why did you even... Oh, and then they realize it has to do something with a great protector. And so they go. And they're looking for the great protector. You know. And one of the people that is over there is Joseph, and he is working on an invention to change the weather. You know, exploring the place, and they even made it have like a little tiny pink thing with the anyways, they look for the Great Protector, and turns out okay, here's a spoiler warning, and this is the second episode. There's also guards, and they have to protect them. Okay, spoiler warning, this episode is the one that's called The Great Protector, and I'll put it down over here. Okay, just spoiler warning, okay? Okay, so got that over with? Okay, so we walk into this, like, water room, and in this water room is the Great Protector. There's this big fight with, like, the guards and everything, and I'm like, oh, holy poo-poo, this is about to go down, but suddenly, it's her mom. Vi's mom was the Great Protector, and she told them about the big lowdown, and basically, the Great Protector had to store away orbs so that nobody could mess with it, and, it would cause chaos. And they went to the Great Protector, talks with her daughter, which is Vi's mom. Vi's mom is the Great Protector, Vi is the daughter, and she talks to her about the rain and stuff. And then they meet the Queen, and then it has a whole episode explaining the backstory. And here's the backstory, and this is a further spoiler warning. If you really, really don't want to be spoiled, if you really, really do not want to ruin your experience, I suggest you watch the series. Anyways, as I was saying, the Great Protector, aka Vi's mom, was the water element, and the Queen is telling the story, and the mom is telling the story. And the Water Protector was with the Air Protector and the the Earth Protector and the Fire Protector. But the Fire Protector got so greedy, he did not even want to rule just the Fire Kingdom. No. As long as it always goes with these elemental situations, he wants power. And he created the green monster to get every single element. And who knows what had happened with the water. I mean, there was poison in this spit and everything, and you just didn't walk into it. And the water spirit was like, no, I will not let this happen. You are a horrible person. And the Fire Lord's like, no, I still want power. And she's like, no. So she tried to run away. She tried to convince someone, why doing that stuff was wrong. So she transformed into a normal pet. And, well, she became a mom. She became Vi's mom. And then suddenly, when the green monster came, she had to run away. And she had to run away to protect her daughter, which, I mean, some parts of me is like, why did you run away from your daughter? But at the same time, I'm like, yeah. Just saying, you don't want your daughter to get traumatized, and you don't want her to get upset and stuff like that. And, you just don't want to do that. It's not the best idea to do that. So, So, she runs away and becomes a Great Protector of the orb, and she hid that away so that the Fire Lord would not find it. And the Queen helped her out with this. And maybe she's like a combination of the Air Spirit and the Earth Spirit. I have no idea. But the Great Protector suggests that they stay somewhere and, stay for a bit. So, they go to a town nearby, and Joseph comes along with them, and he's, being his Josephy self, but Vi gets really depressed about the situation because things are a little bit shaky, and things are a lot more bigger than just droughts and everything, and there's like a whole Fire Lord, and he's still out there, and it scares her, to be honest. It would have been me too. I mean, my gosh, like, a freaking elemental source wants power. Yeah, not really that common. Very scary, actually. So, they stay in town for a bit, and Optic goes to meet the Fire Lord. He's worked for the Fire Lord, and Optic is betraying Violet and everyone around them for the Fire Lord. And it's so sad because it's such a great betrayal in like storytelling, but still it's really sad to see because he was with us the whole time, and it explains a lot why he was working alone. And well, I mean, he didn't want anybody to think that he was working for a horrible person, but at the same time he didn't want Vi to know, or anyone to know for that matter. I completely understand that. But, as I digress, Optic and Vi find a portal, or at least a hidden way. And, well, there's the statues of the elementals. And in between these two episodes, they also show his... I'm gonna put a trigger warning for this. His mom, she got kidnapped, and she got hurt and beaten, and he got beaten and hurt. And it was because of the Fire Lord, and his mom's dead, and I don't know, but it's really sad, and it really hits home. And this is the end of the trigger warning thing, so you skipped this, so you know. In the 9th episode, at the end, they look at statues, and then suddenly, the Fire King, they think the Fire King's around, but they don't know. Maybe, I don't know. And also, I forgot to mention that. While they were talking in the caves, Joseph was like, wait, like, the dragon that I mentioned, or well, not the dragon, but the monster that I mentioned, that Vi liked, yeah, its name is Muffin Top, and, well, Joseph said that, yeah, that's not Muffin Top, my dude. And, I put the thing in here, the clip of Joseph saying what his actual name is, because I can't remember.
Oh, how exciting! Archimicrus chose us, of all people in fairy gardens, to transport.
At the end of the episode, we get out of cliffhanger, and in the next episode, which I'm going to review right now at this second, in episode 10, Vi's mom and the Fire King meet up, and he's like, "Mwahaha, like, do you really think that you can stop me?" And so she brings in with her monster friends and Luke and Demetrius and the Pink Fairy and everyone, just all in this end game kind of like setting where they're getting ready to fight. And as Ragnar sees this, he's saying like, "Oh, well, that's pitiful. You can't take on me. That's not gonna be enough to stop me or anything." But like, they're getting ready to have the epic battle, and it's pretty cool. And we cut back to Joseph and Vi, which, by the way, Joseph tries very hard to try to sympathize with Vi. He's been trying to do that the whole time of this series. Well, not the whole time of this series, but when she was like at the castle and at her place that she was staying for a while, he took her to like a library because he thought that would make her happy. He even showed her some of his stuff, which, by the way, Joseph just deserves, like, I reckon he's just the sweetest little thing ever. I mean, my goodness, like, he is too precious for this world. So back to the thing. Anyways, so he's basically just like asking if Vi's okay with him, like are you okay, Vi? Like, well, not really, but he doesn't ask if she's okay. Well, yeah, he does. Maybe. In his own way. He's like, you know, apologizing for him over talking. He also apologizes for his inventions and stuff, even though he doesn't have to. and he's just being a precious bean, but, you know, Vi's still kind of trying to take it all in, but she's like, look, I need to focus, and it's nothing that has to do with him. She probably is just not mad at him. If she was in a better state, she would be, like, super excited to talk to him and do whatever and stuff, but, I mean, you know, it's just, at the moment, she's not really the best. And then they get separated because there's been, like, a rock quake, and it separates them, and Joseph's at the higher up the end, and, well, Vi is at the lower part of the cliff part rock thing, and she has to, like, she tells Joseph that he needs to stay so that he doesn't get hurt, and she goes and then she sees Optic in the spider pit, and it's not good, okay? He's like, help me now, please. And it's very interesting because we're, like, left off at a cliffhanger because we're wondering if Vi's gonna save him or is she gonna leave him because he betrayed her. We don't know, but that's a spider monster is the same thing that hurt his mom, so who knows? But still, very excited, and yeah, this is the end of the review part over voiceover thing. Okay, out. But I digress. This whole series has been amazing, and it fuels and inspires me for my own creative series. And even the series that I'm working on now is a little bit inspired by that. But, you know, it's also based on a dream that I actually have. The one that's coming up, anyway. I might film King Crockerby after or before, depends on everything. And I might need to try to edit my travel video from my birthday, because, you know, I don't want to wait till in the summer and then be like, oh yeah, travel birthday thing. But I don't know, what do you guys think in the comments? Let me down below. But she has inspired me and so many other people, including Crazy Ray too. I mean, yeah, Crazy Ray, he made a freaking frame game model of a pixie for her, and I'm like, yes, because I can't do anything in Blender. Oh, at least I can do is this, a table. That's all I can do. I don't know Blender. Blender's weird. I'd love to know Blender. I'd love to make effects in Blender, but do I know anything in Blender? No, I don't know anything Blender. Because I'm dumb. Okay, well, I'm not dumb, but, you know. I worked more in practical effects because it's easier, and I'm hoping to do stop motion too, but, you know. Anyways, I digress. This series, I would have to give it a 9 out of 10. Or at least, you know, like, you know, a 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. That's what I'm giving it. And I might do a review on Experiment 58, I will have to say. Yeah, because, like, it's a really good series. I'm trying to make this video quick. Anyways, you all know why you all wanted to come here. This is the reason why you came. So why do I think that this will be the next series that will be popular on LPSTube? Well, I think that a lot of people are tired of the high school format. A lot of people have seen either teen romance or at least a lot of romance happening, and they're a bit too old for high school drama, if you know what I mean. A lot of people in the LPS community are in college or probably getting out of high school. Some are still kids, don't get me wrong, but fantasy is a really big general place that everybody loves to use. And who can blame you? Who can blame anybody that loves that? I mean, I love fantasy. We grew up with fantasy. And adventure is amazing. And who would want to, well, not really being mean or anything, but who would much rather watch a series about some people having a grand old adventure with drama, action, adventure, than mean girl gets mean, mean girl be popular, person want to be popular. That's awkward. I mean, I'm doing that. I'm really not my hypocrite, but nevertheless, a lot of people are a little bit getting bored of that format, and the fantasy format is just so much more colorful. We've got dragons, monsters, Even if you want to go a little dark, vampires, zombies, that's a horror genre thing, but that might come up soon, I have no idea. But, I mean, it's a really good, bright future. And a lot of people are inspired by the Dragon Princess. I have not seen that, but what HelloStudios has made, she has no idea what she started. She has started a bunch of people that are growing up and will continue to be inspired by her work, and they'll grow up and probably make fantasy content, or at least write a lot of fantasy stuff, or at least, you know, do a lot of cool stuff like that. And I think it's amazing. I mean, and I've even seen it with LPS Lollipop Productions it's starting to pop up everywhere. I mean, I've even started my own LPS fantasy series without even knowing it, and I still can't find Persephone because I really can't find Persephone, and I can't find her, and I can't find her. But I'll find her eventually because I really, really miss her. But I'm kind of lazy, so I need to stop being lazy. But I digress. With her characters, I've got to say, they're really good characters. And they are developed really well, other than Joseph, which I wished I could have seen more of, but hey, you know what? It's okay. Not gonna judge. At least time. I feel like his introduction was rushed, but that's me. I think Optic is a really good anti-hero. I think he's a really good setup of that. He's not too edgy, but yet he's kind of charismatic, but not really. But he's just very, you know, like two-dimensional, but he's not too friendly like a hero. And Vi, she's really relatable. I mean, a lot of people can relate to having imposter syndrome and trying to prove oneself, and I feel that way sometimes. And, you know, I'm sure that a lot of us do. And with her being brave, that shows that we can all be brave. And with all the rest of the characters, they're just so nice and amazing, and it's fun to see a bunch of colorful characters instead of the same cliche ones that we've seen over and over again. It's refreshing to see them. And it's refreshing to know that this creator is really smart, and no offense to anybody else on Lps Tube, all of y'all are very smart, but like the way she puts her characters and plots is amazing. And she just, I don't know, it's just something with her that makes her amazing. I just think that she really stands out to me, and I just like to indulge in her fantasy-ridden world with elements and monsters and all that kind of stuff. But I must let you all comment in the comments what you guys liked about this review, and if HelloStudios is watching, I hope that this has done your video justice. And I've tried to make, I wished I could have made it more spectacular with the sets and everything, but this is my first time, this is my first review. I was going to do a review on Bad Boys in Leather Jackets, but LPS Savvy TV has not reached out to me, and that's okay. But still, I'm so grateful to watch your series and just be inspired by it. And I'm gonna let you all go. And I hope that you all have enjoyed it, and I better wrap up my editing. Well, maybe not editing, but filming, editing, whatever, and let you all go. This might be a long video, I have no idea, but I hope that isn't too long of a video. And I hope that you all have a blessed day. To all my Christians and non-Christians, you know, just a great day, and, you know, just amazing, and everything else. And yeah, just thank you. You all are really cool. And I'm glad that I got to meet a great community like hers, and Crazy Rays and stuff. And let me know which series that I should do next. And I love you all. I think we're going to do LPS Apocalypse, but don't put in Apocalypse because we're going to do Apocalypse next. But after Apocalypse, what do you guys want to see next? I'm going to go, and I'm going to edit some stuff, and I'm definitely going to catch up on some things, and I love you all, and I got content that will last me for a lot of weeks, so this is great. But yeah, thank you all. I'm going to go. Bye.